Well, I had a BBC microcomputer when I was a boy, and that's a Cambridge-designed, British manufactured microcomputer that had an enormous influence on my life and on the lives of many, many of my friends. With 43 million Raspberry Pis in the wild now, kind of my hope is that maybe in 20, 30, 40 years' time, there'll be somebody who will be mid-career who will be looking back on the Raspberry Pi with the same sort of fondness that I look back on the BBC Micro. Maybe might meet me one day, which would be lovely. Raspberry Pi is this is a Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is a credit card-sized computer that we created here in Cambridge in the UK to help get young people excited about computing again. And how does it work? Well, you connect a display, a regular HDMI television, to one of these HDMI connectors. You insert an SD card into the back that has an operating system on. You plug it into a network, and you plug a mouse and a keyboard into it, and then you plug a mobile phone charger into it, and that's it. It turns on, it boots up. Now, we've also created along the way a lot of other products, notably the Raspberry Pi Zero product, which is our $5 entry-level product, which we launched in 2015. Lots of young people, myself included, got involved in computing simply by, well, I guess we were lured into it by that programmable computer that we had in the corner of our room that maybe we bought to do homework on, maybe we bought it to play computer games on. Now, I think that excitement had largely dissipated by the start of this century. We saw this here in Cambridge as a decline in the number of young people who were applying to study computer science at the university. Really, Raspberry Pi as a project was created to invent a piece of programmable hardware to take the place of those great 1980s computers, really in the hope that by providing that hardware to young people, we might be able to reboot that talent pipeline. Our ambitions were almost comically small, almost comically parochial. We thought if we could get 1,000 Raspberry Pis into the hands of the right 1,000 young people in the UK, we might reboot the talent pipeline, the application pipeline for the university here in Cambridge. For children from all backgrounds, particularly those from disadvantaged backgrounds, it provides a pathway into a really very, very satisfying, often lucrative, but certainly enjoyable career. I always say, I can't imagine why any parent would not want their child to be an engineer. They give you a new problem every day, they give you a new toy to play with every day. I'm an engineer. The BBC Micro made me an engineer. And engineers like to solve problems, and I spend every day solving technical problems. What's been wonderful about the Raspberry Pi project, of course, is that we've solved another problem. You look at those applicant numbers to Cambridge, and I think we have solved certainly the smallest problem we tried to solve, and we're now solving a series of bigger and bigger and bigger problems. Engineering in general, and computing in particular, teach young people critical thinking skills. And those critical thinking skills will be of benefit to them pretty much whatever career they go into. If you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, you are going to be a better doctor, a better lawyer, if you can think critically. And also, I think you'll be a better citizen. It's increasingly important in this world that we learn to think critically about what we're being told by our governments, what we're being told by corporations, what we're being told by people we know and people we don't know. And really, computing and engineering unlock those critical faculties in a way that very few other subjects do.